Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. Hello to my wonderful Scorpios. How you guys doing? I hope all is well. So, before we get started, we always got to work. We have to work on our breathing. Scorpios, inhale, exhale twice. Okay? And then shake it off. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Woo. It's a new day. It is a new day. Scorpios, how are you guys doing? What's been going on in your life? What's been happening? Oh, man. I've been trying to get over this cold. Drinking my ginger, lemon, and honey. Soothe this throat. How are you guys feeling? Is the change of the weather and everything? Where did the summer go? Didn't it just start? We're already in September? At the end? Oh, man. Come on. A few months is Thanksgiving, then Christmas. Let's see. What is going on? All right. Spirit, speak to us on behalf of our wonderful Scorpio. I love my money sign, my Scorpios. Wow, let's see what is happening. Peace and harmony. That's all you're asking for, and that's what you're working toward. You don't like conflict and all these issues and all this type of stuff. I mean, you'll bring it if it comes in your direction, but you prefer not to deal with it. It's not something you're looking forward to. You just want peace and harmony, not that constant friction in your life. And you've been putting people in their place that coming into your circle that don't allow you to have that peace that you're seeking. You don't waste your time arguing with folks. You don't have time for it. It aggravates you. You are someone that is more in tune with yourself, and you want that serenity surrounding you. You try to, back off people that want to come in there and disrupt it. The nagging, the gossiping, all that. That's not your spec. That's not what you like. And you're growing more spiritually, and you want that support, that spiritual support where you want to recognize people that don't have a spirit of peace. You know that there's some people that they find fault with everything, and there's always an issue and always complaining, always nagging. They wake up and they go to bed the same way. That's not for you. You want that peace and that harmony and that spiritual support. You're starting to become more inclined with the spiritual realm, where your health concerns are more important than someone that's always nagging. Yeah. Always looking for something, And then someone that has that electricity with you, that synchronicity. It's like you want to synchronize with people that see the best in life and what it has to offer. I'm someone, I always tell my kids itself, stay positive. And they're like, oh, but the thing is, we don't realize how we act on a daily basis will disrupt our inner peace. And that's something that you're working on right now, to be better, to do better, and to be able to involve serenity in your life. That's the kind of mate you want. That's the kind of life you want. And you're on your spiritual journey right now where peace must be part of the path. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing because it keeps you intact. It keeps your pressure down. It keeps you in line. It lets you be your best self. And That's it. That's just who you are now. You've taken the negative people out your life, and you just spiritually inclined and in tune with yourself. That's how you need to stay. Let's see what is happening here. You having feelings for someone as well, too. You say, I don't feel this way with anyone else. There's somebody that's pulling at the heartstrings, and they're the ones helping you to become more aligned with yourself and recognize that peace is part of the journey. It's okay to want that out of life. It's okay to feel that aggravation should not be on your path. And there will be people that push your buttons and want to take you back, and you're not going to allow it, because you know what it's like now, because you've been introduced to that spiritual realm where you're starting to get more aligned and more in tune with yourself, so that you can see things clearer. Because when you have a clear head and you feel this sense of peace and harmony in your life, you're able to see things that you want and figure out a path to achieving them. You know, you're not in that realm where everything is chaos. You don't want that. You want to be able to recognize what it's like to be at ease and at peace. Because there's some people that no matter what you do, you cannot please them. No matter what you do, there's always something that's an issue. And I'm saying to you, when you are in your spiritual zone, look at it here. You see, look at all of the spiritual support that you're getting. You're right here in the center, and all here. It's like they're helping to keep you at peace. They're helping you to stay aligned with who you are, because you're your best self when you can focus and you can think, you can achieve. But when you have people in your life that's always, causing havoc, you're unable to be the best self possible, because you can't get that peace to focus on what you need to do to get ahead. And now that you're coming to terms with who you are and who you want to be, they want to know, did they lose you? If that person was someone in your life before, because the person that you're with now is driving you to that central peace, that inner strength, that inner voice. But you've experienced so much of the chaos in your life, a lot of times you're starting to keep to yourself more, so you could recognize what you want out of life. And people don't realize that. It becomes where it causes you to not be in your truth. And that's something that's really important to you right now, to be and walk in your truth. I didn't want to let you go. I just didn't know where to go with this. And you're trying to figure things out. It's not that you're a hermit, but it's like you're inclined to just see things from another perspective. And if this person is not bringing that joy in your life, it's not keeping you at a place where you feel that harmony and that peace, you don't want to be with them. But I see you being introduced to this calmer side of life. And if you explain it to this person that you're just looking at things differently, and if they want to be a part of your life, they have to be able to bring it with your spiritual realm right now, which would be open for them to be part of if they're willing to change their ways of doing things. But you know what it is? It's two people. I'm seeing two people in your life and you're trying to make a decision because one is so different from the other. So I don't see this one coming in to that peaceful space of harmony with you. So you met someone new and they're introducing you to be more in a calming zone versus the person that you were with, and they're asking you, did they lose you? Because you might be distant from them. You haven't completely cut them off, but it's like, what are you bringing to the table in my life other than chaos? You're always, that energy is not always positive. And you're distant from them now because look how it comes back. I didn't want to let you go, which is what you're doing. You don't want to let them go, but you know that they cause chaos in your life. I just didn't know where to go with this because you have something new. And you know, like how people tend to hold on to the old until they're sure about the new? That's what's happening here. This is what you've known, and this is what you're getting to know. So you're getting to know yourself better because you're realizing that peace and harmony is what you're seeking. You haven't had it in this relationship, but you're not sure how you feel in this relationship. So you hold on for your own protection because you don't want to let it go, and then you just have this one and things don't work out. You're trying to, what is it? Have your cake and eat it too. You're wanting to have the peaceful life, but you don't know how long that would last because it could be boring at times. But you're recognizing the fact that that's what you're seeking. But with this one, you know what you're getting, but you don't want to let it go yet until you know what you have. So it's better to hold on to both. And that's why this one is asking, did I lose you? Are you still with me? Are we on the same page? Or is something amiss here? And you're saying, I mean, what are you saying? Ask yourself, what are you saying? I didn't want to let you go. I just didn't know where to go with this. How is that an answer? How is that an answer? I'm holding on to you. I'm not really involving myself in your life the way I used to because I have somebody new. But I'm not sure where this is going yet, so I'd rather keep you on the sidelines just in case this don't work out. Is that fair? So you're trying to understand your feelings, what you want, how you're going to get there. Oh, it's just exasperating. It's you're used to someone that's always on edge, always trying to control everything, versus someone who's letting you know that it's okay to have a peaceful and positive energy. You're just seeking the best for yourself. You know what I always love about the Seven of Pentacles is because of the fact that you're looking at life with a view of long term, of being able to explore, learn, and keep going. You're looking at where you came from and where you're going. This is one of my favorite cards because it's like you don't give up. You want to hold your dignity true. You keep persevering to get what it is that you want. You keep working towards that goal. And before you allow distractions and people and everything to throw you off course of your goals, and you're working towards things on your time frame, not other people's time frame. This is where you're able to explore and figure out what it is you're seeking, what it is you're trying to do. Perseverance seldom fails, you know? You're doing your due diligence. You're investing in your future. And you don't want other people to dictate to you how your future should look. You want to be able to make decisions on your own because you have big plans in store. You know, I always say that you guys are a money sign. You're always planning something for the future, for long term, not short term. When you invest for a long term goal to achieve. So you think things through. You're very diligent in thinking things through to make sure that the results that come forward are the best results for you. And that's what you love. That's what you love to do. You know, you've had no control. You've had experiences that were not the best. You've done your best to resist the applications that people try to place in your life, and you're trying to figure out what it is that's going to work out for you. It's not always like when you have the Wheel of Fortune, it's not always everything just aligning and falling in place. It's like a negative stage in your life where everybody has a voice in what you should be doing. And you try your best to drown it out, but you keep hearing it over and over and over. Do this, you should do that. This. And Scorpio, you do things on your own time frame. There are people that want immediate gratification. You're not that person. You want to be able to plan things out in detail, take action, and make it happen. And things don't happen overnight for you. It doesn't. You put the work in there. The sweat equity. Your life experiences. It helps you to generate your movement forward. But things have happened and things have collapsed. There have been people in your life that are not always positive, that don't mean you good. And yet you still keep forging forward because in your mindset, perseverance seldom fails. You're going to keep going at it no matter what, no matter who agrees. It's about you building your future. You placing action behind your words. It's by, like some of your experiences have not been the best. You've had bad luck, misfortune. So you proceed with caution because of your experiences, which you are learning from. And not everybody's going to get that. So the people that come into your life that try to distract you and throw you off your game, that's their issue, not yours. There's always going to be that negative voice when you're looking at a positive situation. Look at the people in your life around you and see who's for you and who's against you. Even here when it comes to your 7 of Cups, when you look at it, there's so many opportunities that are coming your way. So many things that are going to take you to a different realm. Your prayers are being answered. Your manifestation is coming true to life. Because you're putting in the work to make things happen. You're not just fly by night doing this and doing that. You're working towards a bigger dream, a bigger goal, because you want that long term. That long term is for you. Abundance, mindset. It's like you feel like you're lost at times and you're just searching for that purpose. That purpose that's going to take you over, up, and beyond. You don't want a short-term fix. You just feel that there's more to life. And while people will be laughing at you and things, you might be registered in school. You might be doing a job nobody knows about. Or it's just that you don't allow others to dictate. You let them speak, but you keep to yourself. So, because you're in building mode. Right now, you're in building mode. You're working towards accomplishing the best things for yourself. Because you're trying to find yourself and make it stable. You've gone through the motion of doing quick fixes that don't last. So now it's time for you to spread your wings and continue persevering. You will land upright. You will land on your best self. But you got to put the sweat equity in there. You got to figure out what your purpose is. Why are you here? What is your plan? What are you doing? We know that growth is on the chart. I know that it's not happening immediately for you. I know that you're fighting yourself because you feel lost. But you have a plan. And that's why when you get that peace and that harmony that you're seeking, you're able to just sit down and think about everything as a whole and what it is you want for yourself. You need that peace, that harmony. Nobody wants to hear that outside voice. Those naysayers, people telling you that you can't do something, or you're not worth this, or you're not worth that. They don't know what your heart is revealing. They don't understand your core and what you're needing for that satisfaction. This is not a fly-by-night for you. This is your career. This is your life. This is your desire. This is you holding yourself accountable to follow through and do what needs to be done. So block out the naysayers. Block out the negativity. Don't allow people to beat you up for being yourself and wanting more out of life. The deception is real. And when a dream is placed in your heart and you figure out your purpose and where you fit in, it doesn't matter what other people have to say about you. It's what you have to say about yourself. Did you put the time in? Did you put the sweat equity in? Do you believe in yourself? Are you aiming for something? Do you have a purpose? What steps are necessary to arrive at the destination that you are seeking for yourself? Look at the Ace of Swords. See? There's going to be successful breakthroughs for you. You're going to have that mental clarity. You're going to be able to rise up. Because when you get to the point of your life where you say, you know what? Let me work to my purpose so that I'm satisfied. And not everybody's going to get it. That's understandable. But in order to arrive, you personally need peace and harmony in your life. Because otherwise you're scattered, you're lost. And a lot of times there are people that tell people they're worthless. They have nothing worth giving the world and sharing with the world. And some people believe them. But you don't. You allow people to talk. The aggravation is there. But you're going to arrive at your destination. And while people are out there laughing at you and finding fault with you, and you are working towards something important because you have to live with your decision. You have to be the one to say, you know what? I'm going to make it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to constantly, like I always tell you guys, you already know, my father always used to say, perseverance seldom fails. And I tell that to my children all the time. Work towards something that you want. Don't allow others to dictate your future for you. Perseverance seldom fails. If you try something and it doesn't work out, do you give up on yourself? Do you quit? No. We have to practice what we preach, I should say. If you won't give up, then you won't fail, right? But even if you fail, you get back up. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. Keep pushing through, keep forging through. Because eventually, Perseverance seldom fails, and you're going to break through. Not on your time frame, not on other people's time frame, but in your source's time frame. You will make it through. Never stop believing in yourself, no matter what anybody says. When you're hungry to succeed and you are working through obstacles that come on your path, everybody doesn't have to know. My mother used to say, never let the left hand or the right hand know what the other one is doing. So don't let your left hand know what the right hand is doing. Meaning, you don't have to tell everybody your business for you to have business. You have to be determined and have a strong willpower to get through the storms of life. There are people that will tell you you're not worthy. You can't get this done. You can't get that done. There's some people that will believe them, but you don't. Because even if things are not placed in immediate gratification for you, you constantly persevere and keep going through. You're determined. And you know you're going to make it. It's not on your time management schedule, but it's going to happen because you're putting the sweat equity in there. If you're passionate about something, find out the details necessary in order for you to follow the instructions and keep moving until you achieve it. Other people cannot speak over your life as far as what you can do and what you can't. So you move in silence at times. This person that is in your life, you have two. Could be two males, two females. You're trying to decide which is the one to take the journey with you. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on what needs to be done. People may not always understand the details, but as long as you persevere and you believe in yourself, it doesn't matter what they think. And when you're seeking peace and you're asking yourself, who is the best person to be in a relationship with? Who's the best person to be there for you with? It's the one that gives you that peace and harmony where you have that opportunity to continue believing in yourself, continue going after your dreams and following them, continue through the instructions, continue listening to your inner self, your inner voice, the person that you were meant to be until you arrive where you need to go. There's always going to be obstacles, challenges, and detours in life, period, whether we like it or not. My daughter always says, period with a T. This is where it is. Don't let people beat you down because things don't happen immediately. You know what you are doing. You know the work that you're putting in. You know what you're looking for. You know the sweat equity involved. You know the determination. You're destined to achieve your goals. But when loud voices are constantly, it throws you off course and makes you doubt yourself. But you will not give up. That's why I say practice what you preach. If we tell children that if they fall down, get back up and keep going, we have to follow the same advice. We have to practice what we preach. We have to allow them to grow and fall and get back up. We have to do the same thing. We need to follow our own advice. So just because things have not worked out immediately for you, immediate gratification, doesn't mean it won't. It doesn't mean that it won't. Stay true to yourself, because you know what? I see abundance. There is abundance on your path. You have to make the decisions. There's new beginnings coming. I mean, when you look at the Ace of Swords, what do you see? That's what you see. It's new opportunities. It's abundance coming into your life. Changes, transformation, growth. And you have to stay true. So you don't want to listen to naysayers because they block your blessings. Narrow, focus. What I tell people to do is focus. Let me tell you something. I used to be in school singing, right? And I remember the first time that I had to sing at school, I was so scared. Let me tell you something. I was so terrified of this big audience, the assembly at school and stuff. And, everybody always got something to say and they're cracking jokes and this and that. So the instructor said to me, when you go up on that stage and you're holding that microphone, he said, find a focal point, find something that you could focus on and look directly at it. And I tell you no lie, they had a picture in a frame at the back of the auditorium of Dr. Martin Luther King. And I remember I was holding the microphone and I looked around, and you see people whispering in each other's ears, you seeing distractions, people making faces at you and looking at you, all things. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take that advice. And I looked at the back of the auditorium and I saw Dr. King. And I believed that I was singing to Dr. King. And he was alert. He was looking at me. And I just focused on him. When I started to feel more relaxed and more comfortable and I started getting into my song and I was singing, I glanced a little bit at some of the folks around and people were smiling. And I started feeling like they were listening and they were liking what I was singing. And Dr. King helped me to ease that anxiety, that nervousness. And I focused on him. And then my eyes started to wander around the room and looking at people. And some of them were smiling. Some of them seemed pleased. Some of them were attentive. And I started getting more in tune and looking at my audience and singing to them. But because of the fact that I focused on what I had to do and I believed in myself, I was able to achieve the goal of singing the song all the way through without feeling that nervous anxiety. And I blocked out anybody who was against me or making faces at me or doing anything. And I realized to myself while I was singing that I was good because Dr. King was listening attentively. And then other people joined in. When you're working towards something in this world, in life, not everybody's going to be aligned with you. Understand that. Bottom line, point blank. But you are the one that needs those results in your life. You are the one that you need to satisfy. And once you feel sure about yourself, doubt-free, and you're working towards that goal, even if that immediate gratification is not there, you still stay on course and you face those challenges and those obstacles and those hurdles head on. And you sing your heart out. So never let outsiders, naysayers, negativity rule your world. Work towards what you're working toward in that time frame that's been allotted to you without regret. Okay? Stay focused. Stay in charge of yourself. And don't give up on who you are. And make a decision with who needs to be, who should be, and who's going to be in your life. Because it's who is in support of you. Okay? It's your spiritual realm. It's your spiritual support. Who is there for you? Who will help you up if you fall? Are you alone? And if you are alone, can you get back up? Yes, you can. You have to believe. So, Scorpios, I'm saying to you, stay true to you. Don't give up on you. Believe in you. And you will be where you need to be. Perseverance seldom fails. Garnetqueentarot here saying, be inspired to rise. Be inspired to be your best self. And thank you so much for sharing your message with us. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for your time. Take care. Continue to believe in yourself. Your blessings are on the way. Your blessings are on the way. Your Ace of Swords is telling you, you're going to nip all of this in the bud and you're going to be where you need to be. Abundance is on the way. Take care. Talk soon.